Hey guys, what's up? It's RagesSorrow here, and welcome to another boss vlog. I got a few things that I want to talk to you guys about, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. So, as you guys can tell in the background, I'm actually going to be meleeing Araxxor for this video. Now, melee here is actually pretty powerful. This isn't my best kill with melee, but it is actually a really good kill. Now, the funny thing is, I've done 91 Araxxor kills as of right now at the time of recording this video. And I've got to say, I actually really enjoy this boss more than most. It's kind of like Virago for me. I enjoy Virago, it's just that I don't video a lot of it, because I tend to die when I don't have a good team. But, interesting thing that I've actually uncovered while I've been here at Araxxor, I've actually managed to get pretty lucky on the leg pieces as well as the weapon pieces. For instance, on the 12th kill of Araxxor, whenever I first started doing it, I received the spider leg top. When I started doing path 2 in an attempt to get spider leg middle, I ended up getting a fang of Araxxor on my 27th kill. Now, I did actually go on quite a bit of a dry streak, but on kill number 81, I managed to get the spider leg bottom. So pretty much the only thing that I'm really waiting for right now is the rotation to come in so I can go ahead and do path 2 and camp that for the spider leg middle. And once I've got that, then I actually have my first spider leg. Now, another thing that I'm aiming to actually acquire while I'm doing this, while I'm waiting for the rotation, is the Eye of Araxxor and the Web of Araxxor. Now, I don't really plan on making the scythe or the bow unless I get all the leg pieces again. But more than likely, I'm not actually going to waste a spider leg on making either of these items when they're actually below the value of the spider leg itself. Currently, the spider leg is sitting at 240 million, and if you actually make the noxious scythe using the spider leg, you actually lose 50 mil off that. You actually lose about 20 to 30 mil if you happen to make the bow. But making the staff is actually 40 mil profit, so if I can actually get an Eye of Araxxor, that's what I'm actually going to end up doing there. Now, like I said, melee is actually really powerful here, and if you actually happen to be able to afford the gear in order to solo it in this fashion, you can actually make quite a bit of money. And in my personal opinion, I find that Araxxor is actually one of the best moneymakers in the game. For instance, you may notice that I am using Malevolent Armor, but since the only thing that's going to be attacking me here is going to be Araxxor, it's going to take a really long time for that to degrade. And the only way that it's going to really degrade really quickly is if I die with it. But with how powerful this armor is and how quickly you actually kill the boss, you're not even here long enough for them to actually be able to kill you. Average, my kills take around 5 to 10 minutes. It depends on how the RNG is feeling, because if it starts spawning a lot of the web shields, then my kills take a lot longer, because I don't particularly like to attack Araxxor when it is under that web shield, because a lot of the times when the web shield is actually spawned, I'm under the effects of Berserk, and if I were to actually attack him under the effects of Berserk, then I would actually die. Funny thing is, I've actually almost killed myself using melee in this manner, because I berserked and then I adrenalined up to assault, and as soon as I used assault, it spit out the spiders and spawned the mirror back, and I hit 9k on myself for reflected damage, and my heart almost stopped. I was like, oh god, I'm dead, but I didn't actually die. So Araxxor is really fun, and I understand that a lot of people, they don't actually have the best gear in the world to actually kill this thing, and that's one of the reasons why I'm actually making my Araxxor guides the way that I am, because I understand not everybody can afford, you know, Malevolence and Drygors and Sirenic and Ascensions, or, you know, even the Tectonic armor along with, you know, Seismics. Not everybody is going to be able to afford all of these items to actually get down these kills pretty quick, so that's why I'm actually showing methods. Now, it's not the fastest way to actually kill Araxxor, especially with some of the gears that I'm actually using. For instance, in the most recent guide, I was actually using the Royal Crossbow. Again, not the most effective weapon, but it gets the job done because you are actually able to get the kills. So that's one of the main things that I'm actually trying to do. That's the whole purpose of the guides. I understand there are a lot of guides out already, but a lot of these guides, whenever they actually do the kills for the videos, they're in the best gear they possibly have, and they're not showing the kills with the lower tiers. Now, I understand in the guide I actually used, what was it? I actually used Death Lotus armor, and a lot of people are like, well, you're using Death Lotus armor, that's not exactly the lowest tier gear. That's one of the best defense gears that I actually have, and I can actually do it in lower tier armor. I can actually solo in Supreme Void. Now, whenever you actually start getting up to the higher anger levels, that's when you actually want to go ahead and throw on your best tank gear. But it is possible to do it in lower tier gear, and that's basically what I'm trying to show. Now, the best part about meleeing Araxxor is the fact that when you use Assault while you're under the effects of Berserk, you can knock literally almost half of this guy's HP bar down. Like you saw in that one attack right there, I hit a 9k, I think a 6k, and a 7, and his life points just dropped. And this is, like I said, this is actually one of my favorite bosses to kill other than Virago. Now, I'm not exactly a big fan of Rise of the Six. I'm trying to actually get into it because I understand that it is quite good money, because you can actually get a lot of Malevolent energy, and you can actually make the armors yourself. So that's one thing that I'm looking forward to doing. But another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is I am trying to keep to my video schedule as best as possible. Now, there may not be a specific type of video out on each day. I am going to be mixing it up. For instance, this week, for Monday, this is the video that you're getting, which is the boss vlog. On Wednesday, I'm actually going to be uploading a Gifts from the Gods episode, and this Friday, I'm going to be uploading the Path 1 and 3 rotation guide for Araxxor. And then that following Monday, it's going to be either a Gifts from the God episode, or it's going to be another boss vlog. And on Wednesday, I'm going to get out the Path 1 and 2 rotation guide for Araxxor. And what I'll actually do is, on those guides, I'm actually going to use some of the lower tier gear that you can actually get a kill in, and show you guys that it is possible during those guides. But, like I said, ultimately, I'm trying to basically make guides for everybody. I'm not trying to exclude anybody with my guides, and that's one of the reasons why I actually make videos, is because I want to include everyone that I possibly can and not exclude anybody out of them. Which is actually why I hate a lot of the guides that are currently being made, because whenever they actually show you getting a kill and they're recommending gears and stuff like that to you, they haven't properly tested whether or not it's actually possible. Now, Armadale, for instance, is actually one of the armors that you can actually use, and it is a power armor, so you'll actually be able to deal quite a bit of damage. Now, the main issue is whether or not you're going to have enough accuracy to actually get, you know, good, decent kills in a timely fashion. Now, if you're using a lower tier weapon, then obviously you're not going to be able to hit as much, but you're still going to be able to hit the boss. You're just not going to hit as often. And that's one of the things I actually try to get across. But ultimately, Araxxor is actually one of my favorite bosses. I've actually made quite a bit of money here, just even off getting just a few spider leg pieces. I've actually made quite a bit of money. I've made roughly around 30 mil just off the regular drops, because people don't realize that you actually get onyx bolts. You get a lot of good items that actually drop to you, and if you're actually training for skilling, if you actually happen to get battle staffs, like I do, I actually save those. I actually save the battle staffs, that way I can use them for crafting. Because the only thing I'll have to pick up after I've gotten enough battle staffs is just going to be the orbs. And then after that, I'm actually making money off the battle staffs. But ultimately, Araxxor, in my opinion, is one of the greatest money-making methods in the game, other than Virago and Rise of the Six. As long as you have a good team for those two, then you're almost guaranteed to get a kill. Now, at Virago, if you've got a really good team, you're guaranteed to get the kill. It's not guaranteed whether or not you're going to live, because, you know, random number generator, RNGesus can kind of screw you over at times if he wants to. And that's one of the things. Another thing, and this actually happened to me earlier today when I was trying to record a Gifts from the Gods episode, I hate crashers. everybody knows this, I hate crashers with a passion. If I'm actually in a boss room, I understand if you're a fan and you want to say hi from outside the boss room, that's fine. But I'm the kind of person, when I'm actually recording a video, I don't like anybody to run in and interrupt my recording session. Now, a lot of people are going to argue, well, you could always just cut it out. Yeah, I could cut it out, but that's not the point. When you're actually in there and you're killing these creatures and you're actually helping me to kill the bosses, it's basically removing the whole solo aspect of the video. Because I'm actually trying to get these kills all myself, no help, anything like that. And when somebody just runs in and screws it up, it pisses me off. But that's just another one of those things. Another thing that I wanted to bring up was, I understand that some of my previous boss vlogs were, a little bit depression driven, and I do apologize for those. I'm actually working on that, feeling a lot better, and I'm in a really good mood, as you guys can tell. But that's all I wanted to talk about for this video, guys. If you did enjoy this boss vlog, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, click that subscribe button. And just remember, if you have any suggestions for bossing guides, leave them in the comments section below and I'll get to them. But as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been RagesSorrow. Peace.